Hello everybody, welcome back, good morning, bit of a later start this morning, but I suppose there's an enormous amount of stuff I need to say. I've been watching this price action yesterday, and waking up, seeing it this morning, just sitting here drinking my coffee, looking at it. There's good and bad about it. I mean, which do you want first, the good news or the bad news? I mean, the good news, we'll go with the good news then. Good news is, despite a battle with price action yesterday, we've managed to settle above 112,000 basically. It's this sort of line in the sand, the upper range, the previous local high. So it's sort of managed to close above there for now. Also, the 200 simple and exponential, 107, 108,000. That's where we live right now. These are the areas. The bad news, the bad news is that we've got a fresh death cross on exponentials and a fresh short trend signal on the Ichimoku cloud. So this could be cancelled out very easily with just a tiny close higher than where we're at right now, because the Chiku span is just here. So if we close inside the price action, so if we start moving into 113 and closing there, you can take this less seriously than you can say at the moment, which is basically a fresh short trend signal generated on a 4-hourly. But if it were to cancel out, that's good. So you got the good news, you got the bad news. That's basically where we're at on this one. Ethereum, well, Ethereum had the death cross, and we already retested that the other day, which is fine, rejected from that. We're getting the support on the 20 moving average as well, so you've got support, resistance, and actually in this kind of trajectory, if we were just to extend this 20 moving average the way it looks like that, and then this 200 exponential like this, it's kind of a rising triangle, yeah, that's basically what it is, yeah, an ascending triangle formation. These have a habit of breaking out rather than down. Again, no guarantees at all, but statistically it is more likely to break out than break down, just based on formation stats, that's all. I'm not saying that's what it's definitely going to do, just saying that's what the chances are, is that it were more likely to break out than break down. The reason for it is that the reason we say that is basically because the supports get higher each time. So if you were to think about taking positions, you can think, oh, I'll take one now, support's here. 4 more hours, 8 more hours, it'll be up here. Okay, and if we continue with the formation, at least the next lower high will be, the next higher low will be higher than your entry point. That's all. And then the idea is hopefully it will break. Bear in mind, this is a death cross, so yeah, it's quite strong resistance. Moving over to the centre of a Bollinger Band here, we've got rejected 2 days in a row, including yesterday. Very wicky, very crazy, but let's highlight the fact that there is a single drive of bullish divergence over here, and we did hit a golden cross as well down here. And so you might be looking for the V shape on this, but you can't get bullish until you've reclaimed 4,000, we'll call it 4,300 candle body highs, basically a wick high. Reclaim that, close that, you should then start to target the next areas, including a new all-time high over a period of months. But again, I'm not here to be unrealistically bullish. Some of these charts are wrecked as hell at the moment, and they're struggling. Well, that doesn't mean that they can't work their way back up again. So on Sunday, when we did the last stream, because we're doing a stream tonight, so if you want to join, there's a link for the Patreon. We do 2 streams a week. So on last Sunday, I said, look, this crazy price action took place on the Friday. We had Saturday, Sunday, okay, so we moved up, we were at resistance. Okay, we're going to know a lot more by Wednesday, which is where we are right now. We are Wednesday. What do we know? Well, S&P rebounded from the 50 exponential moving average, hasn't really tried too hard to break down as a result, so the S&P is strong. Overall sentiment, buying sentiment, still reasonably good. So I would expect this to creep back up. Okay, that's what I would expect. We've also got things like this, which are continuing to new local highs. So we got CleanSpark rallying up like an absolute beast, completely forgiven from the from that big drop that took place on Friday. So recovered and put in a new local high. Thank you. Coinbase lagging, absolutely lagging here, but there would likely be a rebound on this one coming at some point soon from a lower area. So what I'm trying to point out is that, yeah, we did fall and we did hit lows and we did get liquidated here, there, and everywhere. But what are we really thinking is going to happen next? Most likely, for Bitcoin, we drag like we are seeing with Coinbase for a little bit longer. All right, maybe we see this low down here get retested. Maybe for 107,000. That would be the next area. The lowest it could possibly go would be around 101, which is down towards this 50 exponential, which we have seen in the past. Bang, 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 bang. But overall, this very moment in time, I'm not saying from this very second, but this, generally speaking now, we are still at major supports. We are holding that 112. We are above the 21 exponential, which is held relatively well on the weekly here. So I'm not mega bearish. I'm optimistically bullish. I need to see a little higher. I need to see closes higher. But I am enjoying things like this, for instance, not just because I'm in it, but just because they previously, or at least recently, have led, and this is breaking out, and this is a crypto stock, or Bitcoin stock, and it's not done yet. If we break this area, then welcome to $37. Right, there's nothing much more to say. Let's let the day play out. We'll reassess later this evening on the live stream, and we'll see how the day's been, not just for crypto, but for forex, stocks, and maybe even a bit of gold commodities, because that is still this is not giving up, and it doesn't look like it wants to give up anytime soon either. So I'll leave it there. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.